Yo, what's up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's your boy, IFBB PRO coming at you with another topic today, and it's going to be mindset related. We're going to be talking about today how to change your day. If you had a bad day, if you're having a bad day, how to change that around, how to actually get the most out of it. Because again, let's face it, life isn't perfect, and we can't always have a good day, and we still have to learn how to move forward even if we don't have a good day on our hands. All right, so if you're having a bad day, if you've been having a rough time, a rough week, this is the episode for you that I want you to tune into, because it's going to help you. All right, my intention in this episode is to help you with your mindset surrounding bad days, and I'll be giving you guys and girls some examples that I've gone through when it comes to this. I want to let you know that we're going to be diving in deep today. So it's going to be a mental sort of related podcast episode, not so much tips and tricks here, but there are going to be some tips and tricks that you could probably pull from this if you listen closely enough. All right. So Gino Gaines, I see you. What's up? Ruby, what's good? Priyan, what's up? All right, people. Let me know how your day is going when you do join. If you have questions throughout the podcast episode recording, feel free to ask them. All right, I will reply to them at the end of the recording to as many questions as I can. Right, I'll respond to as many questions as I can. All right. So without wasting any time, you know the drill. We'll be diving into this podcast episode in five, four, three, two, and one. Yo, what's good, meatheads? Hope you're having an amazing day, and welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It's your returning champion. It's your boy, IFBB PRO coming at you with another topic. And today I'll be sharing a moment we can all relate to. Okay. And it's bad days. We can all relate with bad days. And I'm going to sort of be talking about how to get over them, or at least how to function with bad days still happening. All right. Because again, when shit goes south, and you're not having the sickest day ever, and it's raining, and you have a whole bunch of shit to do, you're not really the most motivated to carry out your best, we'll say, self, or at least to carry out things the way that your best self would. Right. So today, my intention in this episode is to help you still be, or at least try your best to be as close to your best self as possible as you go through a hard day or a bad day, whatever you use. You define a bad day, right? So I'm going to be giving you guys and girls some sort of insight, some personal insight as to how I do this, with a little bit of a story here. All right. So, let's just walk through this story and let me know if you've ever related to this, if you're listening to this. Have you ever had an amazing day, or like your day's at least decent? You wake up, you go to work on time, people are not pissing you off at work, customers are like, whatever. Like, have you had a decent or amazing day, and then you think about going somewhere or going home or something else, or your scene changes, or maybe it rains and now your day is ruined? Let me know if that's ever happened to you. All right. Like, you know how it feels. You can't escape it. It's just like you wish you could feel better, but you just can't because of whatever external circumstances are there. Like, you know what I'm talking about? If you felt that, all right, I want you to think about the moment that your mood actually shifts. For me, in this example, it would be like I'd be somewhere and maybe at the gym, and then I've got to go home, and there's maybe somebody at home I don't want to see. The moment I look at the front door, my mood will automatically shift. If someone I don't want to see is on the other side of the door, right? Something for you might be, um, it could be anything. Literally, the moment that your mind switches and you sort of just start to feel like, oh, I don't want to be here, or like this is too much, or I'd rather be somewhere else, right? And for me, like, by the time I would open up that door, I'd be so riddled up with like anxiety and stress, assuming that there's somebody at home that I don't want to see. This is the example, that like it doesn't even matter who's home at that point. It matters who I think is home, right? Or it matters about who I think is not home in this case, or anything, whatever it is. When you take your shoes off and you walk down that hall, you're like already done. Like, you just threw in the towel. Like, your day's bad now. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, you're having an amazing day up until whatever fucking happened. The weather changed, or you went home after the gym, and now you just can't control it. It's just day's shit. You want to put your hat on, just walk down and be quiet. Don't want to talk to anybody. Don't want to do anything. You know what I mean? And that would be in my example. If the house was something that triggered me, that would be the perfect time to leave the house. Okay. And mind you, I said the thing that triggered you, and I really wanted you to just take a moment to think about the thing earlier on when I was talking, the thing that sort of made it so that the bad feeling was solidified. It could be the weather. It could be that you got a message from your spouse that you didn't like. It could be literally anything. Maybe you forgot your headphones. You went to the gym and you forgot your headphones, right? So it could be like it could be anything. Anything can ruin your day, right? But the way that you are going to, or the way that I would at least recommend for you to handle it in the best possible way, where you can actually still perform closest to your best self, is to literally remove yourself from whatever it is that made that bad thing solidify in a feeling. So for example, if I looked at the front door and I just came from the gym and I realized like, oh, if I go inside, I'm really gonna feel like shit. Or at least if someone is there and I don't want to be there around that person, it's gonna make me feel less good. Right. So to be aware of the things that set you off, to be aware of the things that like make you tick is like the key. Because once you are aware of the things that make you tick, you have leverage, you have some control over like how you handle it, right? And the best way to handle it is as odd as it sounds, is in the heat of the moment, is to not even deal with it at all. To not go through with putting yourself through that and sitting where you don't want to sit or being where you don't want to be, right? Like I get it. Some things you can't change, like maybe the weather, and you just fuck, like it's raining now, and now your day's bad, or you think your day's bad when it's really not. Change whatever you can about the scenario, change whatever you can about the setting. So if that means, okay, if it's rainy, fuck, close all the curtains, turn on all the lights, play some good music that you actually like, or watch a movie that will make you excited. Do something that'll make you excited so that you don't really think too much about the bad weather. Or in my case, with the example of going inside the house and going inside the home and that being something to like kind of throw me off, give me sort of like a bad day if someone is there that I don't want to see or talk to, or if you had a fight, whatever, then the best move would be to not go inside, right? Look at the door, understand how you feel at at the door, metaphorically speaking. Like it makes me feel like I don't want to go inside. I already feel disgusted. I already feel pissed. I already feel whatever it is. And don't go inside, right? Like that would be the perfect time to change the scenario. The moment that you feel like it just hits, like it just is now bad. The day is now just shit. Like freeze there and see what you can do to reverse out of that in terms of, okay, is there only one direction I can move in? Like is like, can I not go inside the house? Like is there something else I could do that would, even if it doesn't make me feel good, at least make me feel better? Like those are the questions you're gonna have to ask yourself, but you're gonna have to be able to be aware of the things that sort of are the last straw, or the straw that broke the camel's back. Be aware of those things so that when it comes to that point, you have the ability to pivot and say, okay, well, fuck. If I go inside the house, I'm gonna feel less good. If I leave, or if I go somewhere else and spend my time doing something else, I'll feel a little bit better. So give yourself that room, give yourself permission to feel a little bit better by not going into those settings, or at least fully diving yourself into a setting where you know for 100% sure you're not going to, be better off than before you went into that setting, right? Like you could shelter yourself off in a room or in your car or in the kitchen or whatever, but it's always better to be social in these scenarios, because having a bad day it gets very, it feels very lonely. It gets very isolated because you feel like only you're having that bad day, right? And if you can't really voice that or talk to other people about that, then it becomes extremely lonely. So you want to be able to have at least a couple of people that you can confide in, whether they're your gym buddies, whether it's, either your mentors, whoever they are, family members, friends, that you can talk to, or at least, even if you're not talking to them about having a bad day, you can like go spend time with them. And then your days actually, gets better. Right. So give yourself permission to select options at that point when you feel like that thing is triggering you, or that whatever it is that you experience at that moment makes it so that from that point on your day is bad. Freeze there. Say, okay, well, if I proceed here, like it's just gonna get shittier. What can I do to backtrack? What can I do to change directions so that I don't, end up feeling worse? Because like when you feel bad, you feel bad. When your day is off, it's off. It just is, right? But you can still make it better. You can still make it productive by freezing at the point of it hitting essentially what is a rock bottom, and looking the other way, pivoting the other way, and doing something as opposed to nothing about the feeling of feeling bad or having a quote unquote bad day. Which, let's like be real here. There's no such thing really as a bad day at all. We just think there is. Like have been days where it's rained and we felt bad, and there have been days where it's rained and we felt good. What was the difference between those 2 days? Literally the way we thought about it. Nothing else. which means that there's no like based off of what makes us think a thing is bad in terms of like what a bad day is it's not really real. It doesn't really exist, but it's a feeling we do have and a feeling that we must respond to instead of react to. If we react to having a bad day, we end up doing shit like procrastinating, ignoring people, sheltering ourselves, and just like being the worst, lowest vibrational level of ourselves. But when we respond to having a bad day, we give ourselves permission to pivot in a different direction that is opposite from bad, which is better, not good, but better. And to keep pivoting in that direction where it's better and better and better is just going to give you the best outcome and the most probability when it comes to you being able to doing something like that's going to help you or at least be productive, um, or see more light in the dark day, which is what you want because you're already having a quote unquote bad day. You want to be able to stop, freeze, and pivot and make the most out of the situation that you're in that you put yourself in or that you feel that you're sort of thrown into. So get out, be social. As I said, talk to the people that make you feel better, right? Hit the movies, hit the mall, hit the gym. If you're coming from the gym, go back. I'm just joking. Don't go back. That's insane. But you get the point here. Go out and enjoy yourself. At the moment that you realize, like, okay, fuck, I'm actually having a bad day or I'm not feeling good the moment you realize that, you should start planning things that at that time to do that would make you feel a little bit better. It doesn't even have to be as far as like going out and talking to like friends or like planning this fucking cool day. We go to the mall or whatever. It could be anything simple, even if it means like video games, it makes you a little happy. Do that thing. I'm not saying distract yourself, but consciously make the decision to feel better by doing something that's going to make you feel better. Does that make sense? Again, nobody's holding you hostage. Nobody at all. Right? You are more than welcome to go to your happy place or do the things that are going to make your day at least better. At the very least, better. So you can do things that you need to do in order to succeed in your life or that you said you were going to do in order to just move forward and not fall behind. Right? Again, guys and girls, short and sweet to the point. All I want you to understand from this episode, if you are having a bad day, is to give yourself permission to set yourself free. All right? That's it. That's all. I hope you liked this episode. If you did, share it out with a friend. I hope I was able to deliver a valuable experience to you guys and girls today. Thank you so much for your precious time and attention. Also, I want to let you know we're at episode number 99. Tomorrow, on episode 100, I will be giving away $100 US to the person that shares this podcast episode out the most because we're doing 100 for 100 and we're celebrating the 100th episode on the Meathead on the Mic podcast. Also, I want to let you know if you want to lose 25 pounds and become a part of the Natural Nomad Academy with me as your head coach, feel free to DM me and I'll see if you'll be a good fit. Don't forget to screenshot and share this podcast if you want to be a part of the giveaway for the $100 on the 100th episode. Let's embrace your inner meathead together, all right? It's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. IFBB PRO Maputale signing out. Boom. All right, podcast episode recorded. People, we didn't get much questions today. We just got some support, which I fucking appreciate. Shout out to everybody that joined. Prion, what's good? Fasto, 3 a.m. past midnight. What's good, Divvy? See you there. Supplement discounts to see you. Mr. Pandora, what's up? Grinch Bread, Justin. Abby, what's good? Blazes, what you saying? I appreciate the follow. Let's see here. I thought you were RZA for a second. I don't know who that is, but I appreciate it. If that's a compliment. Bean, I appreciate that. I really do. 1.1 thousand likes on TikTok. That's bro. Appreciate you guys. Guys, girls, I appreciate y'all for showing the love. And tuning in whenever you decide to tune in. All right. I hope you got value from today's episode. And we'll be chatting very fucking soon. All right. IFBB Pro Maputale signing the fuck out. Have the sickest day of your goddamn life. We out.